Was Joseph Smith an interracial black Native American who was beloved by his followers because they were interracial Native Americans themselves? Was Joseph Smith the Martin Luther King of the Native Americans? Well, DNA suggests he was indeed interracial. Joseph Smith's Y-DNA is R1b1c7. This DNA haplotype is found primarily in Africa among the Sahel, but also Central and West Africa, such as in Cameroon and in North Africa. Smith's R1b1c7 is also the second most common haplotype of Native Americans. Smith's Y haplotype can also be traced to a small pocket of northwestern Irish, which is known as the Black Irish. My father was Black Irish and was starved out of Ireland during 2 famines. Certainly explains Joseph's love of Egypt. He loved Egypt so much he named a township after the Rameses. The church now calls it Rameses, but I don't know why. Book of Mormon written in Reform Egyptian. Oh, Joseph just loved Egypt.
We don't have, we do know that Orson Hyde came under considerable criticism from William Smith's newspaper for his willingness to ordain William McCary to the priesthood. In fact, there was even a newspaper article in William Smith's newspaper that called Brigham Brigham.
Oh,
suggesting that Brigham really had Hamitic ancestry, and that.
Oh, wow!
And that's why he would have allowed a person like William McCary or Warner McCary. He has any number of aliases to enter the Latter-day Saint community and to receive the priesthood.
Here's a picture I found for the DNA R1b1c7, and they call it the Nile, like in Neil. And this is the British American haplogroup. The origin of this Irish group of haplotypes is that this was known as the Black Irish. They were part of the Black Moor kings and the Portuguese Black royal families that ended up intermarrying with the Celts on the British Isles. The Black presence in the British Isles have been there since Roman times. And therefore, just because there's a small pocket of this R1b1c7 pocket right here in Northern Ireland, it's more than likely this is known as the Black Irish, who were also great seafarers. But let me also tell you, the rest of Europe is R1b, but they're not in R1b1c, they're R1b1a. So this haplogroup is more prevalent. It's the second most prevalent group in the indigenous they call it Amerindian, North American India. This is the second most prevalent haplogroup, Y haplogroup. So this group of Black Irish are more related to the American Indian than they are to the rest of Europe, which is R1b1a. So sorry about that, Irish, to think that you're part of the Nile group or the 7 Neil, whatever. You got interracial blood, just like most Americans. This is so funny. Yes, the O'Neill group. Yes, there are Black O'Neills, just like there are Black Stones. My father was known as a Black Irish, and his name is Stone. You have gone through where there were Black Vikings also, and Black Germans. There was interracial intermixing all through history, certainly since Rome. Who were the Black Irish, and what is their story? The term Black Irish has been in circulation among the Irish immigrants, such as my father, and their descendants for centuries. Yet the subject of historical discussion, it is almost never referred to in England. The origin of Black Irish of these people were descendants of Spanish traders. Is Mary King Charles Stuart II, the Black King of England, Stuart comes from the Old Nordish root svat, which means black. Stuart is the same word as swarthy and means black in Old English. It's the Bonnie Prince Charles Stuart II, who was known for his jovial and grand living. He was the son of Charles I, and Charles II was considered a black man, and his surviving paintings falsely depict him as so-called white, in clear contradiction to the famous description of the Jolly King in My Name, Jolly King. However, the picture posted immediately below shows that one can see the contemporary paintings of Charles Stuart II, the merry black boy of England. He invites us to decide whether King Charles was indeed black, and we have more evidence to show that he was black than white because of his offspring and the fact that these black royal families from North Africa were freely intermarrying with the so-called white royal families. It was intermarriage, and there was no difference between the races. It was based on bloodlines only, and these were known as the Black Portuguese and Spanish families. Rather than white skin, Smith more than likely had black skin, like Queen Charlotte, who was married to King George III, Portuguese black queen.